Hi everyone, welcome to the unsupervised learning class. Today we'll focus on clustering task in specific. So let's start where we are. See, we are looking into how to break down any machine learning problem. So for that we are following three steps. What type is that machine learning problem is, and what task and what algorithm. So we have already seen how we are choosing linear regression and Navy based algorithm for supervised. So now it's time for unsupervised task or unsupervised type machine learning. See, if I have only raw data, no labels, I mean only input, no output. So in that case, I will use unsupervised machine learning. So now after using unsupervised learning, so what I need to do is I need to apply a clustering task, because as we discussed, if it is unsupervised learning, you have three categories: clustering task, it can be dimensional reduction task, it can be anomaly detection task. So why I am telling clustering task is because the problem I am trying to solve is customer segmentation. Okay, so here this is my customer segmentation. I have these customers from electronics Mumbai, groceries Delhi, clothing Mumbai. So what is this customer segmentation? I will let you know just right now. So the basic idea is we are solving a customer segmentation problem. So that falls under unsupervised because we don't have output label. And second thing that comes under clustering because I want to group the customers. Okay. And the algorithm I will be using is k-means algorithm. Okay, so why we will be using, I will just let you know now. So first let's try to understand what is customer segmentation. Okay, see, in general in Amazon, you doesn't manually label every customer as electronic buyer or budget shopper. So they run clustering on purchase history. See, let's say I am using Amazon, and they will run a per cluster on my purchase history, and based upon that purchase history they will decide, okay, whether I am an more buying electronics or more buying clothing or more buying groceries, like that. So they will find clusters on my data. Okay, so based upon the clusters, so I will get different recommendations. If I'm more of electronic guy, and if I am more of living in Bangalore or in Hyderabad, so based upon those clusters, based upon the city or based upon the type of things, so they will group, somehow they will group the customers. Okay, so based upon that grouping, each group will receive different recommendations and different things. Okay, so how do you group customers? How do you divide customer into segments from the large data, large history data, purchase history data? Okay, so to solve that problem, we are using, since we are grouping, we want, so our goal is to ensure the model has to create clusters. Okay, so if the model want to create clusters, what is the algorithm I want to use? K means DBSCAN or hierarchical. Sort of these three algorithms I can choose anyone. So why I am picking K means here? It's because I know how many groups I want. If you don't know how many groups you want, roughly, so this is just not this is just rough estimation, not exact. Okay, so if you don't know, you can use hierarchical. If it is irregular, you can use DBSCAN. If you want to probabilistic membership, you want to use Gaussian mixture models. Okay, so here is my data. So my data has no labels, it has only raw data. And looking at data, I can tell, okay, I can do clusters by three segments, whether I can do by electronics, groceries, clothing, or I can do clustering by city wise, Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. So in that aspect, we don't know how that cluster happens, or it can be a mix of both. We don't know how the algorithm behaves. So just by looking at the data, I'm just telling, okay, I want this breakdown into three segments. Okay, but if data is large, you need to just guess k some big number. Okay, since I here I'm able to analyze the data, I'm telling k is equal to 3. Okay, so I am trying to solve a customer segmentation problem. Here I don't have Why we need cluster segmentation? Just to send notifications and recommendations based upon the purchase history. I want to cluster them. Simple. Okay. So now I have no labels. So this comes under unsupervised learning because there is no output. And again, since this is unsupervised, we are basically looking at the data. The natural feeling the model wants to behave is I want to segregate the groups. I want to create groups. So it means it's a clustering task. So in clustering task, I am using k-means because at least I am able to give a rough guess on how many clusters I need. Here I need 3 clusters. K is equal to 3. So I am solving unsupervised clustering k-means problem with practical approach. So let's deep dive into the programmatic part. So as usual, so I'm using scikit-learn. Now I am using this k-means algorithm. So this is my customer data, no labels, unsupervised. Here, one interesting thing is you will be having only two phases, or third phase is just for sake of convention, but you will be not having here evaluation phase. One thing, why we will be not having evaluation phase here? So we have three phases. We don't have evaluation phase in unsupervised learning because there is no labeled data, there is no output, so you can't compare. So for that reason, there will be no evaluation phase, and also there is no need of splitting the data. Phase 1, you can directly send the data to algorithm. Okay, so there is no splitting of data and there is no evaluation of data. So straight away you take this data, you convert that into text. I'm just showing an example here. So this is how the entire vocabulary is, and then you are converting each numerical data, text data, into numerical data using count vectorizer, the same method what you used in uh, Navy base algorithm. Okay, so first we need to convert this text into numerical because algorithms only understand numerical data. So for that I am using this vectorizer. Here I am not splitting anything. Okay, so directly I am passing this entire X data to k-means algorithm and I am telling n clusters equal to 3 and random state is 42 and n underscore init is 10. So it means no split needed. Unsupervised used all data to find structure, no evaluation phase, no true labels to compare against. Okay, so here I am training my model and my model name is k-means and I am training it, and these are the arguments I pass it while initializing the model. So what I'm telling is to my model, okay, you need to find 3 clusters and it's random. It's not like you need to follow a fixed order every time. You can group in whatever way you want, whether city or cloth or mixed. So and n underscore init term is just this is just a safety parameter. Okay. So next is once you train the data, you need to inference the data. So here instead of evaluation, we need to inference and interpret the data. Inference means so now after training, this will create labels or groups. So cluster. So here how many labels we got? So it says cluster labels. So here I am just going a for loop for in customers for in zip of customers comma cluster labels. So what are the customers? These are my customers. Okay. So for each customer, what is the customer label I got? Cluster label I got. So I'm just printing it this here. Okay. So now let's maybe after running this, we'll see what is happening. So here there will be no splitting of data as well as there is no evaluation. All you need to do is you need to convert your data into numerical, pass that to the algorithm called k-means. You initialize your algorithm or model like this and you train the model. So after training, you need to inference or interpret it. Okay. So inference means here you need to ensure you are able to get label for each customer. So k-means labels means here you are trying to print what is the label assigned for each customer segment. So this is what happened. So for electronic Mumbai, the algorithm says K means is group 1. For groceries, tell it group 2. For clothing, it says group 0, like that for each. So it created K means 3 groups. So it divided entire customers into 3 segments. But on what basis it is giving 3 groups? We don't know yet. Okay. So I just used the model here. I'm just inferencing the model here. But here I need to interpret that. So I need to cross check, okay, whether the clustering is happening or the labels are created properly or not. So for that, what I am doing is I am printing in a different way. So for group in sorted of set cluster labels, I'm just using these print statements to print to get this. So group 0. So finally group 0 I am having clothing Mumbai, groceries Bangalore. And in group 1, group 2 I am having this information. So let's start interpreting with group 1. So in group 1 I am having electronics Mumbai, electronics Delhi, electronics Bangalore. Okay. So how the clustering happened is here. What is the common word? Electronics is the common word. So common vector signal is electronics across all the 3 words. So it means the clustering is happened over the product, not over the city. So what happened is here we take, so this got group 0, this got group 2. So I print all the group 0 details. So but on what basis this group 0 is done? So group 0 is done on the basis of what? On the basis of items, clothing, sorry, group 1. So sorry, we are talking about group 1, right? So group 1 clustering happened based on gro- based on type of based on type of purchase, electronics, not based on city. So group 1 have all the electronics customer. Okay. So what happened to group 2? Group 2 has groceries Delhi, clothing Delhi. Okay. So what is the common word here? Delhi. See, I'm just interpreting the how the groups are created. Okay. So I'm trying to understand how, on what basis clustering happened. So for group 1 means group 1, all electronics people are created into, or all electronics people are created into one cluster. In second group, all the Delhi based customers are created into one cluster. Okay. So the cluster, on what basis clustering happening is changing actually. So that all depends on algorithm. So here the cluster is happened based on city name. See, city one over the shopping here because the common is across the both. Okay. So now group 0, clothing Mumbai, groceries Bangalore. So here clothing is repeated twice. So its value is 1, and Mumbai is repeated twice. So it's a mixed signal. City is 2 and groceries is 2. So neither category 1. So in that case, they are keeping those kind of things in one category. Okay. So is equal to 3, which means 3 groups are created. Done. But on what basis the groups are created? Whether the groups are created based on city name, which means all Bangalore in one group, all Mumbai in one group, or all Delhi in one group, or whether it's done based on all clothing in one group, all electronics in one group. No, 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 no. So that is expectation. But how actually it worked is, so it grouped this K is equal to 3, it worked such a way in one group, all electronics people are there, electronics customers are there. In other group, all Delhi people are there. So this is based on goods, this is based on city, this is based on both. Okay. Finally, three clusters are created, but each cluster, how that grouping is done is varying. Okay. So that you have to be very careful. So, but let's say I don't want this type of grouping. I want purely based on goods, customers. Okay. So in that case, you need to give your data like this. So if I go ahead and then if I give customers is equal to, so let me comment this part. So instead of this, so if I give data like this, so let's see what's happening. Okay. So let's come down now. You see. So now three groups are created. Group 0 clothing, group 1 groceries, group 2 electronics. So here it's very clear that the grouping is done based on groceries. City is neglected because I don't have city information here in the customers. So more precise the customers information, better the clustering will happen. If the customers information is very vague, like it mixes a lot of information, electronics, Mumbai, all those things, then in that case grouping happens accordingly only. It's up to the choice of the company. It's like a choice of what you want. So if I want to leave this like this, it's fine for me because sometimes city also matters, right? So let me comment this back again, and then let me uncomment this segment. Okay. So now if I run again, so again k is equal to the three clusters will be created, but each cluster will have a different category, different meaning. Okay. So yeah. So electronics Mumbai. Yeah. Let's run this once. Yeah. So now again it's back to where we are. Okay. So that's how K means algorithm. So don't expect K is equal to 3 means by default it goes with city, it goes with goods. It depends upon what information you are pumping in the customer in the actual raw data. So the cleaner the raw data, better grouping. But even though the raw data is like this, the grouping will happen. But each group will have a different category based upon the comparisons. Okay, not comparison based upon the what is matching and what is not matching. So this is about k-means clustering, and these are advantages, disadvantages. You must choose k in advance, not always obvious. For k-means group, the practical just you need to interpret it. Okay. So the overall things what we have discussed, we have discussed unsupervised learning, we have discussed what is k-means and why don't we require train test because there is no y label data, and how to interpret the clusters. Yes, and yeah, this is a GenAI link, so it is pretty much used in racks, high dimensional spaces, clustering, embeddings. So we'll discuss that in GenAI phase. But to wind up this ML foundations, first thing is we have seen what is ML, and we have seen what is simple y is equal to 2x pattern discovery, and we have seen basic machine workflow. And in the decision framework, we picked, I mean, in the first part, we also discussed three types of machine learning also: supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. So in decision framework, it is how to pick an algorithm. So what are the three steps? Interpret data, analyze, first check the data, label, unlabeled, or trial and error. Second thing is identify the task, regression, classification, or cluster, and identify the algorithm. Okay. So we mainly focused on linear regression, classification, and clustering in specific Navy base and K means. So yeah, the bridges keep going on. We completed rule-based AI. So next is machine learning. Of course, next is deep learning and NLP, and then the followed by Gen AI. Okay, so keep watching. So I will share assignments and mini projects on machine learning. I will not share anything with respect to rule-based AI because that is more straightforward. That is what you have done for the last 3 weeks. So I will be sharing more. I will be sharing assignments and projects soon.